So you want to know about the new era of the music industry? Well, for starters, at one point, artists' physical record sales, including CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes, once dominated the cash flow of the industry. Today, there are more than a few ways music is marketed throughout the globe. However, one recent event we'll focus on is the rise of digitally formatted information. You see, digital music has provided numerous opportunities for the industry to grow, establish value, and understand its consumer. With the fall of value in physical sales, as well as production, digital sales are currently the music industry's best option to offset its current decline. Overall, many recent political, economic, social, and technological events have affected an industry that is constantly growing and possessing tremendous potential for the future. In fact, the digital media trends within the industry have helped to create recent legislation and establish sustainable political effects. The United States Code 506 outlines digital media copyright laws and expresses there is no crime in non-commercial file sharing. This means it's okay to download or make a CD for your own personal use without any commerce exchanged. However, the H.R. 4077, or Piracy Deterrence and Education Act of 2003, counters online music piracy by attacking illegal peer-to-peer file sharing networks through federal law enforcement agencies and public education campaigns. Under this bill, the FBI and the United States Copyright Office are mandated to develop, deter, and enforce programs against online music piracy. Ultimately, participants of online piracy would receive a notice and a warning before being prosecuted for illegal actions. There's also the Performance Royalties Act, or H.R. 848, a legislation that would impose a performance tax on broadcast radio stations, which traditionally are under no obligation to pay artists and labels. However, some say major labels have paid stations in exchange for airplay in the past. Considering the economic effects of the industry, it's hard not to note that the American economy is in recession. In some instances, most of the listeners and visitors of music websites make under $30,000 a year. With these facts in mind, releasing a really good album may not always be a smart idea. It's important that the demographic that listens to the music possess the money to buy it and ensure its value. According to the Record Industry Association of America, it takes over $1 million to establish a new artist. Record companies are not looking to pay big money for raw talent. They rather would invest in a talent with a large social media fan base or following. Altogether, it's costing them too much money up front to produce quality product without a certain return on their investment. This main economic effect is what's led the industry to what's known as the 360 deal, a relationship between artist and a record label, where the company agrees to provide financial support to the artist, including direct advances, as well as funds for marketing, promotion, and touring. In the end, the artist agrees to give the company a percentage of all their income, including sales of recorded music, live performances, and any other income. Aside from political and economic effects within the industry, the social effects are also felt. Notable trends in the industry typically involve tattoos, gold teeth, bling, luxury cars, and a superfluous amount of money spent on women and having a good time. The fashion has also changed. It is as though not matching is in style, or whether or not one has the ability to wear something outside the box is cool. For example, Lady Gaga's meat dress worn in the 2010 VMAs, or Lil Wayne wearing a wife-beater tank top with American flag shorts and neon green shoes on the 2011 BET Awards. There is also a belief in the culture that a manufactured New World Order has an agenda to change the world through the use of pop culture. Some say there is currently an increase of secret society symbolism within the culture. This has created a question of authority in government due to censorship, cover-ups, and scandals. In fact, some are even calling out their elected officials, from Kanye West's George Bush doesn't like black people to recently Lupe Fiasco calling President Obama a terrorist. Technology also affects the music industry in a major way. MP3s, iPods, and smartphones allow for consumers to access digital music on the go. They no longer have to listen to the radio or watch videos all day to hear their favorite songs. With sites like iTunes, Rhapsody, and Pandora, they can now have their favorite tunes whenever they want. Social media has also played a huge effect on the industry. Cloud sites that filter all artist information like videos, music, and interviews to one page or source. Sites like Facebook and MySpace also help artists build a more personal fan base over the internet, without record company interference. For example, artists can tweet or message their fans from these sites instead of responding to screen fan mail from the post office. Lastly, the production software like Sony Acid or Pro Tools by amateurs has given more fans the ambition to pursue and produce their own music from home. For example, the Auto-Tune is a program component that alters the voice of artists from T-Pain to Rihanna. In the end, the fact that you can pick these programs up from your nearest music store diminishes the role of paying an engineer or high-profile producer in the industry.